So guys, and this is my shed. Well, one of my shed. I have a lot of sheds, but this is the main shed. This is actually where I do a lot of DIY stuff, and it's very messy today because I haven't cleaned it in a few weeks. Yeah, I'm terrible for. I just use stuff and then leave it there, and then I don't put it away straight away, so it sort of accumulates. But I'll probably clean this afternoon. But what I want to do here is actually, because I have all this attic space, and it's a very simple roof design. There's actually a non-structural board in the middle that just helps to join the joist, and then collar rafters just going across. You lose a lot of space. That means you can convert it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this, get rid of this, bring it back up, and then put a platform here. And instead of actually just reconverting I'm just going to show you here. This is this is another section, and there's another section over there. But instead of actually changing the structure of the roof, because to actually do an efficient conversion, I would have to either double these joists, because they're quite small. They're 2x4s. It's not enough structurally to support a ceiling. So I would have to double that and then put rafters everywhere, or most likely change these to 6x2s, which is, it's going to be a big job. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a platform inside and connect that platform to the roof. So I'm just going to use big 9x3s as structural frame, 6x2s just going across, going this way, the shortest length, and then remove that collar altogether and put it back up, and then have just small connections going from the joist into the platform at a 90-degree angle. That's the plan. So this is some of the wood I ordered. This is 2x4. Sorry, this is 6x4. Sorry, what am I saying? No, this is 6x3. And this is going to be used for my pillars, just to support the structure, and the outside frame for my loft, attic, shed loft conversion. This is the shed seen from the outside. We just repainted it this year. But anyway, this is the section I'm going to start with, because it's going to be smaller. I'm going to be able to figure out some things easier that way. So the first job here is to tidy it a bit, and then get cracking. So let's tidy it. All right, so I'm just putting the first boards, pillar. This is 7 foot high. It just gives me enough space for a head and a lot of stuff. And I try to keep that level with the that base, wooden base there. There's a slight difference in the height on this roof, and I think it's because there's a slant in the ground. So, but I want to because this would have been an old cow shed, so it was slanted on one side so that any kind of any dejections from the cows or the animals would actually just run off to the outside. If you look on, this has been redone the ground, but here there was a groove that I've actually just filled, but it would come to here and allow all any dampness and stuff from the animals to come out. And there was one here as well that I filled, because I'm walking here and I used to just catch my feet in it. But yeah, there's a slant in the ground, so those two pillars won't be of the same height, so I'm just finding the levels as best as I can. This is just about level, so I have to measure that now and cut my next pillar. Once I have this section done, I'll put my base, another 9x3 just on top like that, and use these just to make sure they don't fall over. And I'm going to do the same stuff on the other side. And once I have that, I can start putting the rafters across. Alright, this is after a few hours of cutting. I was distracted in the middle of it, but so this is actually it's hidden underneath, but I put a lot of stuff just to wedge them against the wall, and then I just put a piece just to connect them to prevent it from the top one from flipping over. But essentially, this is the first support structure. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then I'll have my base, and then I can put my my 2x6. But let's do the other one first. I've just put stuff to prop them from prevent them from moving and tipping over. This is non-structural. This piece of wood is just to prevent it from tilting over and falling. And once I have the other one, and I'll have the beams rafters going over across, it'll actually just prevent it from moving at all. I'll have the wall on one side and this wall on the other side. So yeah, there you go. Let's continue. So I've made some progress in, in my construction here. So yeah, I've just connected the pillars and the supporting whatever they call the beams together, and then I'm using those brackets to call the joist hangers. And I've these spaced every foot roughly. I mean, I'm not going to be walking on this every day, essentially. And then what I'm doing as well, see, I'm putting these here just to support the base here as well, because essentially this collar is going to go way up, so I need to connect everything together. I'm probably going to have another one coming straight down. This 90-degree angle is better for supporting load. Straight down is probably going to be just to stabilize it a bit, so it doesn't actually sag this way. But I haven't done that yet. So now what I need to do, I've already put stuff up there. Oops. Just to get it out of the way. So I'm gonna get rid of this. This is actually not supported. I'm gonna get rid of this. Put the collar back up, and then finish putting all my joists here, or rafters, or whatever they're called. And we'll be done with this section. I'm not gonna do stairs yet. Stairs will probably be coming from this this part of the shed, but I mean, I'm gonna have quite a bit of space because I've put everything that was down is now here, and I've all this length to go. It's gonna take me a while to do. It's gonna cost a bit of money, not that much, mind you. I mean, so far I've probably spent, let's say 400 just on wood, but I've enough wood for all this section. Let's say the next one is probably going to be double that, and then another 400. So all in all, probably a bit more. So I'd say $2,000 just to convert that whole shed. It's a long shed too. It's quite a long shed, so it's not too bad, $2,000. But now what I'm left with is this whole empty section, and I've been thinking about my my gaming stuff recently, and I'd love to get a couple of arcade machines. So I might actually just clad this, clad it, and then move most, if not all, of my gaming collection here, or maybe just the stuff I don't use every day as storage, you know. But this is going to be handy. Anyway, let's go to work. Okay, so this is pretty much the structure done. So as you can see, I think I showed you that in the previous video. I actually encountered a small problem. Is this beam was actually offset by a huge amount. I thought, yeah, I made a big mistake. I had it propped properly, but I I had to lift the whole thing, which wedge this under, resting on these big blocks, and just hammer it just to prop it back up, so I could actually just level this. It took me quite a while and wasn't a very pleasant experience, but it's done now. What I'll do anyway, so it's just propped on this just extra bit of wood, which is essentially a section of this. So it's not going to move, but what I'll do in the long run is I'll actually just put a wooden floor, but a floating floor. So I'll use 2x3s as a structure, and then put a wooden floor on top of that, or probably just chipboard, and then and probably convert this into a drier room. I need to insulate the walls and clad them as well with wood or chipboard, and use that as dry storage. So maybe for my for video games, or I've been trying to get arcade machine in here. That could be cool. There's one last thing I need to do, is actually just put an extra beam here, one here, just to be on the safe side. I don't need to use anything that big. This is actually the same width as this, so I'll use this. I should have enough length, and it's just as a security. It's solid enough as it is, but just as a security, so I'm sure it doesn't move. It'll actually give me an anchor for all this wooden stuff here. So I'm going to show you what it looks like from the top. There you go. So I've put an extra. I know there's the bracing here. I just put an extra one here, just in case, so it reduces the length of this section. Sorry, of this section here not being propped properly. This is actually just right under this, so it's just about equivalent to the strength, probably stronger than what it was. I need to do another one there and 2 over there. But already I've put quite a bit here. All the stuff that was downstairs, that was just cluttering the place, is now here, which is pretty cool. And I still have a lot of room here to move a lot of stuff. But it's going to be like that for the whole length of this shed, which is going to be about 3 times this size. I mean, that's actually just taking the space of 3 beams. Hi, Fiona. Bonjour. And then, so yeah, I got about 1, 2, 2.5, 1, 2, 1, 2. Jesus, that's actually a quarter of the total length. That's going to take me a while. Probably not going to do. I'm probably going to do this next section next month, once I have a bit more money, and then do the last one sometime, probably in winter, around October, something like that. Anyway, that's me done. I just need to finish these, and then do the same over there. That should take me about half an hour. Famous last words.